Hey, group hosts, great to be with you. Wanted to interrupt our regular John 10 devotionals. We've got a few weeks up until Easter, so wanted to just patch in here with a few Easter-themed devotionals that I think you'll find encouraging, and then we'll get back to, in May, whatever the first Wednesday is there, back to John 10 as we finish out our upcoming kind of semester at the end of the month of May. So, with that said, I'm going to be reading out of the book of Matthew for a few videos, and today I'm going to read you Matthew 26, verses 47 through 50. And so, just for some context, they've had the Last Supper that we were preaching about a few weeks ago as we were talking about communion and foot washing, and then Judas leaves, the disciples go into the Garden of Gethsemane, he tells the disciples to pray, he walks farther away, he prays, sweats drops of blood, all those kind of things, and then Judas returns, one of Jesus' disciples who we know is going to betray Jesus, and Jesus knows what's coming. So Matthew 26, verse 47, while Jesus was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived. With him was a large crowd, armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests and the elders of the people. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him. Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. Verse 50 is so incredible. Jesus replied, "Do what you came for, friend." Now, I don't know about you, but if I was in this situation, if I knew what was going on, there's no way I could control myself enough to respond the way that Jesus does. But Jesus responds knowing everything that's about to happen, knowing what has just transpired with that kiss. He says, "Do what you came for," and then he even goes as far as to say, "Friend." He calls Judas his friend still, even though Judas has been so corrupted by the enemy that he has literally just signed Jesus over for death. I wanted to encourage you today that there is nothing, no failure, no shortcoming, no problem, no flaw, no sin in your life that could separate you so far from the love of God that he would look at you and turn away in disgust. I know that because Judas comes and betrays him, and Jesus still calls him friend. And if he would respond that way to Judas, he responds that way to you today. Oh, there are things in our lives that we can choose to try to keep hidden because we're afraid of what's going to come out of the results of bringing it to the light. That if I'm honest, if I share what I'm struggling with, if I share my sins, if I tell God and I confess him my sins and my issues, that he's going to punish me, that the church is going to punish me, that they're going to kick me out. But Jesus always responds to our honesty with grace. In fact, as we lead towards Easter, Jesus chose to die for each of your sins. Not just your public sins, but your hidden, private, keep it secret because I'm too ashamed to mention it, those sins. He died for, and he still loves you in spite of those things. Bring them to him today. Ask for forgiveness. Maybe find somebody that you can talk to in accountability. If you don't have anybody, come talk with me. Find freedom. Your secret sins will make you sick, but your forgiven sins will make you cleansed. Go today knowing that Jesus sees you as a friend.